In this forest, a single mistake costs you your life. The predator is hiding right before your eyes. No sound, no trace. Their ultimate weapon is becoming invisible. Strip away the mask to face the masters of camouflage. No arena is more unforgiving or more deceptive than the tropical rainforest. This is a colossal three-dimensional labyrinth, a world where life is stacked in dense layers, from the shadowed leaf litter of the forest floor to the soaring cloud-shrouded canopies. Within this cramped and humid space, visibility is perpetually obstructed by countless layers of foliage and tangled vines, transforming every square meter into a high-stakes game of life and death, hide and seek. This is the sovereign realm of the jungle's true ghosts, creatures that have attained the absolute pinnacle of utilizing shadow, light, and anatomical form to become invisible, even when staring directly into the eyes of their enemies. The leopard, the only powerful predator to have fully mastered the forest's vertical dimension. Unlike other big cats that typically conceal themselves in the undergrowth, the leopard has chosen a bolder path. It vanishes right above our heads. High within the towering branches, it is not merely a resting beast. It is a supreme observer, a silent ghost waiting for the precise moment when the prey below becomes vulnerable. Its extraordinary climbing ability and sense of balance, driven by retractable claws and a long counterbalancing tail, allow it to transform ordinary dry branches into a lethal observation deck. The secret to the leopard's invisibility lies within its rosette-spotted coat, a masterwork of disruptive coloration art. As sunlight filters through the dense canopy, creating a flickering mosaic of light and shadow, the leopard's body is visually deconstructed into thousands of formless fragments. These patches of black, gold, and ashen brown blend seamlessly into the rugged bark and ancient moss. To a wandering antelope or a troop of monkeys, the leopard does not simply stand before the tree. It has truly melted into and become an integral part of the vegetation itself. A lethal illusion shimmering in the afternoon sun. But camouflage is merely the preparation. This ghost's true weapons are patience and a perfectly timed explosion of power. It can lie motionless for hours, blending into the withered grass, deliberately slowing its breath to wait. When the moment is ripe, it is no longer just a ghost. It becomes a living arrow, launching forward at breakneck speed. The prey rarely realizes the presence of death until claws have already pierced skin. This is the perfect combination of biological design and ultimate predatory instinct. Leaving the powerful predator behind, we encounter the hunted, the leaf insect, a true wizard of morphology. If the leopard camouflages with light, the leaf insect camouflages through absolute structural replication. Its body does not merely carry the green of leaves. It precisely mimics every leaf vein through its specially evolved exoskeleton, every withered brown edge, and tiny simulated holes, as if it had been chewed by other insects. This deception reaches a level of absolute mastery, transforming a living creature into a perfect inanimate object in the eyes of even the most sharp-sighted predatory birds. The leaf insect's greatest secret lies not only in its shape, but in its behavioral movement. It understands that in the deep forest, absolute stillness can sometimes be an abnormal cue for a predator's retina. Therefore, this insect has developed a specialized behavioral dance. It actively sways its body in a random, intermittent rhythm, precisely mimicking how a real leaf oscillates in the forest breeze. By synchronizing with the environmental movement frequency, the leaf insect blurs the line between biology and botany, creating an impenetrable cloak of invisibility. In the deep mystical darkness of the Southeast Asian jungle, another ghost emerges with a completely different strategy: the slow loris. For this primate, speed is the enemy, and stillness is its only protective shield. It practices the art of the absence of speed. By moving at an extremely low velocity with terrifying composure, it avoids triggering the motion-sensitive neurons in the visual systems of nocturnal predators that are highly attuned to rapid movement. The loris's distinctive yellowish-gray fur is not merely for keeping warm. It is designed to dissolve completely into the mossy layers and dry bark in the darkness. This camouflage transforms it into a part of the tree, a terrifyingly still entity. It utilizes invisibility to silently approach prey and evade the sharp eyes of predators. This is a testament to how evolution always finds the most sophisticated ways to ensure the survival of the weak in a world dominated by the strong. In the tropical rainforests of the Western Ghats in India, the lion-tailed macaque masters the darkness with its jet-black fur and striking silver-gray mane. Unlike other monkeys that are often noisy and hyperactive, this species chooses to reside in the densest and gloomiest canopies. The light-absorbing jet black patches on its body act as a powerful disruptive mechanism, making it appear like a natural extension of dark tree hollows or the long shadows cast beneath the ancient forest roof, deceiving enemy retinas in low-contrast zones. The camouflage of primates is also highly collective and disciplined. When a predator's silhouette is spotted, the entire troop immediately performs a freeze ritual. Everyone suppresses mechanical movement instantly to disrupt the hunter's motion detection system. Dozens of individuals transforms into silent black masses, hidden among the tangled vines and massive trunks. In the world of jungle ghosts, silence is not merely a state of being. It is a collective survival strategy that shields an entire lineage from invisible threats. Crossing the ocean to the forests of South America, the spider monkey takes a different approach, camouflaging through its own anatomical structure. With its long, slender limbs paired with a highly prehensile tail, when it stretches to cling to branches, its silhouette is completely mistaken for the tangled network of tropical vines. A predator from afar will see only a complex labyrinth of vegetation instead of a living target. This serves as proof that even anatomical features can be leveraged to become an incredibly effective cloak of invisibility. We cannot overlook the potu bird, the absolute master of static camouflage. During the day, it perches on dry stumps, eyes closed and neck stretched skyward, transforming itself into a lifeless piece of rotted wood. Thanks to vertical bark like striping that shatters its bodily boundary. It is present right before your eyes, yet your mind will refuse to register it as a living creature. A true ghost in broad daylight, it challenges every limit of human and predatory vision. Moving beyond the boundaries of the dense, humid, ancient forests, we face a completely different survival challenge, one where harshness is pushed to the absolute extreme: the desert. Here, the greatest enemy is not only the bloodthirsty predators, but also the scorching sun and a severe lack of natural cover. In an infinite, barren expanse of nothing but sand and stone, blending in is no longer just an advantage, it is a prerequisite for survival. The desert is a world of monochromatic backdrops, where any stray shadow or misplaced silhouette can become a death sentence under the blazing sun. Observe the sidewinder rattlesnake, a master of subterranean concealment. Its entire body is a sophisticated color chart of sand, quartz, and stony debris. Yet, in a flat environment, color alone is insufficient. To truly disappear, it utilizes a rib-digging technique driven by independently moving ribs, wriggling its body laterally so that the fine sand automatically blankets its form within seconds. This is the art of occupying three-dimensional space beneath the surface, transforming the entire desert into a colossal cloak of invisibility, leaving only two specialized eyes positioned atop its head, equipped with protective membranes to track the prey's every move without sand intrusion. Another master of the sandy world is the sandfish lizard. Its name is no accident. This creature literally swims through the sand with a fluid grace, much like a fish in water. Its smooth, polished scales feature a specialized epidermal structure designed to reduce mechanical friction to an extraordinary degree, allowing it to dive deep beneath the desert surface in the blink of an eye. Here, camouflage is more than just a hunting tactic. It is a vital thermoregulatory escape mechanism from the blistering 50°C heat above and the piercing gaze of predatory birds circling in the fiery sky. In the North African deserts, the horned viper chooses a more ruthless strategy: the silent trap. It lies motionless beneath the sand, exposing only its small horns, modified from specialized scales, which resemble harmless bits of dry wood or cactus spines. Passing lizards or small rodents are completely unaware that a lethal set of jaws is waiting beneath their feet. This camouflage does not just deceive the eyes, it actively exploits the prey's lack of caution and the absence of a search image within its brain, turning the desert's stillness into a terrifying weapon of execution. Even mammals like the fennec fox wear the desert's cloak. Its sandy cream fur not only helps it blend into the dunes at sunset, but also functions as an excellent heat reflector. Its massive ears, integrated with a dense network of capillaries for thermoregulation, are an evolutionary marvel, allowing it to listen for the subtlest low-frequency vibrations of prey moving deep beneath the sand. In the desert, camouflage is not just about concealing oneself. It is the ability to detect others while remaining an invisible ghost amidst the vast, shifting sands. In coastal deserts where fog is the only source of life, the Namib desert beetle has integrated camouflage into its biochemical processes. Its exoskeleton is not only black to absorb morning heat, but its rugged surface structure, featuring hydrophobic bumps and hydrophilic grooves, also mimics fragments of barren stone. When standing still to collect dew, it appears as nothing more than an inanimate pebble. This is a classic example of how camouflage serves more than just hunting or hiding. It directly helps the organism optimize vital water resource collection in the harshest of environments. leaving the arid terrestrial world behind. The theater of survival sinks into the deep shadows of the ocean. As the sun's rays fracture beneath the deep blue waters, can you really trust what you see? For in this realm, visual deception is the ultimate weapon. Water absorbs broadband red and yellow wavelengths, leaving behind a world bathed in a mystical, monochromatic blue of short wavelengths. In this infinite, three-dimensional space, there are no bushes or sand dunes to hide behind. To survive in an environment with nowhere to run, marine creatures have evolved to transform light and water themselves into their primary shields of protection. In the sunlit upper layers, where sunlight still reigns, a classic camouflage strategy has been perfected over eons: counter-shading. Look at the great white shark. Its back carries the dark gray of the abyss, merging with the shadows below when viewed from above. Yet, its belly is pure white. Dissolving into the brilliant glare of the surface when viewed from below. This is not merely coloration. It is a precise, optical calculation designed to cancel out the body's shadow under diffuse downward light, transforming a giant predator into an invisible phantom amidst the blue currents. For more fragile organisms, nature has provided a more extreme solution: absolute transparency. Jellyfish and glass squids have transformed their bodies into living glass. By possessing bodies composed of 95% water and eliminating most pigments, they allow light to pass through completely without casting a silhouette or shadow. In the ocean, the best way to remain undetected is to cease to exist visually. This is the pinnacle of mechanical invisibility, where the organism assimilates its body's optical density with the surrounding water molecules themselves. But all these techniques fade in comparison to a supreme master of deception, the mimic octopus, or Thomoctopus mimicus. First discovered in 1998, this creature has upended our entire understanding of animal intelligence and camouflage. It does not merely mimic the colors of its background. It performs a complex, conscious morphological signaling swap, transforming itself into various other species depending on the specific predator and threat it is facing. When threatened by aggressive damselfish, the mimic octopus undergoes a spectacular transformation. It hides 6 of its arms in a burrow, leaving the remaining two to stretch and undulate with characteristic black and white bands. In the eyes of the enemy, the harmless octopus has vanished, replaced by a highly venomous sea snake, the natural predator of the damselfish. It doesn't just mimic the form, it replicates the rhythmic movement of the ocean's most feared reptile. This is a masterclass in psychological theater, striking directly at the instinctive fear of any predator. If the enemy is a larger species, the octopus shifts its strategy. It swims freely in the water column, spreading all its arms outward and moving with a slow, regal pace. Instantly, it bears a striking resemblance to a lionfish, complete with long spines loaded with ichthyochronotoxin. By borrowing the fearsome reputation of a dangerous entity, it creates an invisible barrier that no hunter dares to cross. This transformation requires a level of muscular and central nervous system control that humans have yet to fully decode. Sometimes the best way to escape is to become flat and seemingly useless. The mimic octopus can pull all its arms tight against its body, forming a leaf-like shape, and swim along the seafloor by undulating its entire form. In an instant, it has transformed into a flatfish, a flounder that typically hides in the mud. Its ability to intuitively analyze the environment and select the appropriate model proves that this is not a mere instinctive reflex, but a calculated, intelligent behavior from the world's most advanced invertebrate brain. The secret behind this divine shape-shifting ability lies in millions of microscopic chromatophores embedded in the skin. Each cell is a tiny pigment sac surrounded by actively contracting neuromuscular fibers. In less than 1/10 of a second, the octopus can alter its color, pattern, and even epidermal structure from smooth to jagged, driven by a dynamic system of muscular papillae. It functions like a living, high-definition television screen, constantly updating data to create the ultimate illusion. However, color is merely the tool. Intelligence is the driver. The octopus possesses a decentralized nervous system, with 2/3 of its neurons located in its arms, creating mini-brains that allow them to execute complex movements independently, yet in total unison with the central brain. It knows what its enemies fear, and it knows exactly what it must become to stay alive. In the world of deception, the mimic octopus is not just a hider, it is a true performance artist on the perilous stage of the ocean. We come to the vibrant coral reefs, where camouflage is bound to a permanent home. Take a look at the pygmy seahorse. It is so tiny that it can fit right on the tip of your finger. Its entire body is covered in tubercles that perfectly mimic the exact shape and color of the sea fan coral branches where it lives. This bond is so close that if it leaves that coral branch, the seahorse becomes utterly lost and vulnerable. Camouflage here is not just a coat, it is an entire life intertwined with another being. Yet the beauty of the reef also harbors nightmares. The stonefish, Synancea verrucosa, the most venomous fish in the world, is a testament to this. It does not mimic brilliance, it mimics the decay of dead coral reefs. Remaining motionless for weeks, allowing algae and sediment to colonize its body, it becomes an inanimate stone. This is the most ruthless form of offensive camouflage, where the predator eliminates the energetic cost of pursuing prey, simply waiting for the food to find its way directly into the negative pressure zone of its colossal jaws. As we dive even deeper, bypassing the mesopelagic zone, where sunlight completely vanishes, camouflage shifts into a new form: bioluminescence. In the eternal darkness of the abyssal plane, creatures use light organs called photophores to execute counter-illumination tactics, erasing their own shadows, or to lure prey with shimmering illusions. The deep ocean has taught us that when you cannot hide in the darkness, you must become the light itself to deceive others. Moving beyond the simple act of faking plants or stones for concealment, the supreme pinnacle of natural deception involves a far bolder strategy: identity theft. This is where the most fragile creatures, instead of fleeing into the shadows, choose to appear brilliantly under the sun. They do not hide themselves away. They choose to transform into someone else, someone stronger, more dangerous, and more fearsome. Welcome to the world of mimicry, where survival is built upon the most perfect lies ever recorded in evolutionary history. It is a psychological game of bluffing, where the stakes are nothing less than life itself. Let us begin with one of the most classic examples: the monarch butterfly. Throughout the forests, this is a creature that carries a lethal message. Its body is saturated with powerful cardenolides toxins sequestered from the milkweed plants they consume as caterpillars. The vibrant orange and bold black veins on their wings are not for aesthetics, but serve as a clear aposematic warning sign. Do not touch me. I am toxic. Over millions of years, predatory birds have learned this expensive lesson and consistently maintain a safe distance from anything sporting that brilliant orange hue. But look closely at the viceroy butterfly. Genetically, it is completely harmless and quite palatable to any predatory bird. However, it has executed the greatest hoax in butterfly history. It has cloned the exact patterns, black stripes, and orange hues of the monarch. This replication is so flawless that neither the human eye nor the sharp gaze of a predator can tell them apart without spotting the post-median line on the hindwing. By swapping its identity, the fragile viceroy butterfly borrows the fearsome reputation of the strong to shield itself. This is Batesian mimicry, where an innocent creature dons the cloak of a killer to live in peace. In the world of reptiles, This confusion can result in instant death. Observe the highly venomous coral snake with its rings of red, yellow, and black. Any predator that accidentally strikes it will pay with its life due to the lethal neurotoxins. And right beside it sits the scarlet king snake, a completely non-toxic species. It has copied the coral snake's palette so intricately that humans had to invent color sequencing rules to distinguish them. In the wild, hunters do not have time for analysis. Upon seeing those brilliant rings, their brains instantly trigger memories of venom and demise, forcing them to retreat in sheer panic. Have you ever panicked when seeing a wasp buzzing around you? Sometimes you have been deceived by the hoverfly of the Syrphidae family. This fly has no stinger, no venom, and is completely harmless. Yet, it wears the yellow and black striped coat of the most aggressive wasps, driven by an evolutionary morphological shift. It even mimics the characteristic hovering flight patterns and buzzing sound to increase the credibility of its performance. This is an incredibly effective psychological defense strategy, transforming a vulnerable creature into a target that no one wants to touch. This deception proves that in nature, truth is not as important as the predator's visual perception. But the most impressive theatrical performance perhaps belongs to the stick insect. Instead of using warning colors, it chooses to become an inanimate object. With a long, slender body and joints that perfectly mimic tree nodes, it transforms itself into a lifeless twig. This psychological deception causes predators to completely overlook the presence of a living creature. This is the pinnacle of deception, using anatomical morphology to turn its body into a part of the plant, challenging all limits of vision. However, the art of mimicry comes with its own cost. A lie is only effective when its frequency does not overrun the truth. If natural selection pressures produce too many harmless viceroys compared to toxic monarchs, birds will soon break their avoidance learning patterns and begin consuming both. Therefore, nature always maintains a strict balance governed by negative frequency-dependent selection. The existence of the imposter depends entirely on the reputation of the original. It is a cerebral game between truth and lies, where each side contributes to the fragile stability of an entire jungle ecosystem. Every breathtaking transformation we have witnessed is not magic. It is the result of an incredibly sophisticated system of microscopic structures hidden deep beneath the skin. To truly understand the art of camouflage, we must go deep inside the very blueprint of life. This is the repository of millions of years of evolutionary data, a massive instruction manual that directs cells on how to absorb light, reflect colors, and even alter surface textures in a split second. At this scale, biology becomes advanced engineering, where every single detail is positioned for maximum deceptive efficiency. Look at the skin of an octopus, the most vibrant screen in the ocean. It is carpeted with millions of microscopic color sacs. The true marvel lies in the fact that each color sac is surrounded by a network of elastic muscle fibers, controlled directly by the nervous system. When the brain sends a command, these muscles contract or expand within a mere 0.3 seconds, forcing the sacs to dilate to display color or shrink to conceal them. This is the fastest color-changing system in nature, a perfect fusion of natural reflexes and physical mechanics. In contrast to the octopus, the chameleon utilizes an entirely different technology. Their secret lies not in pigments, but in the physics of light. Beneath a chameleon's skin are layers containing microscopic crystals arranged in an elastic lattice. When the animal shifts its mood or seeks to camouflage, its body actively adjusts the distance between these crystals. This change bends and reflects sunlight at different angles, much like a prism. Consequently, the creature's color transforms from green to vibrant yellow or angry red without the need for a single drop of pigment. Some butterflies, like the blue morpho, take this technology to the peak of purity. Their wings are not actually blue. The underside is a dull brown. However, the wing surface is covered with millions of tiny scales, stacked like roof tiles with a special layered structure. When light strikes these scales, it cancels out all other colors and reflects only the most brilliant blue light. This is an eternal physical color that never fades over time as long as the wing surface remains intact. But how are these mechanisms constructed? The answer lies in a strict struggle for survival over generations. The genetic blueprint acts as a recorder, constantly screening and preserving the most beneficial traits. If a small random change helps a caterpillar look more like tree bark, it avoids predators, survives, and passes that trait to the next generation. Over millions of years, these minor adjustments accumulate, honing into perfect camouflage. The organism does not just inherit color, it inherits the capacity to react flexibly to its environment. The control center of this entire system is the link between the eyes and the brain. Master shapeshifters possess an incredibly fast signal line between their retina and their skin cells. The eyes of an octopus or a chameleon do not merely see things. They quickly analyze the brightness, surface texture, and colors of the surroundings. This signal instantly triggers the reaction of the skin cells. This is an instantaneous loop, allowing the creature to read the environment and blend into it almost simultaneously in real time. These biological machines are so sophisticated that human technology has only begun its first experimental steps. Camouflage is no longer a privilege exclusive to the wild. It has become a massive inspiration for modern biomimicry science. As we understand how cells operate, we begin to manufacture new materials where humans might also possess similar hiding powers. Our journey will now move away from dense forests and deep oceans to enter a new arena, the world of future technology. For millennia, humanity has observed the natural world with a mixture of admiration and envy, coveting the invisible powers of the animal kingdom. Our history is a long journey of transformation, moving from vibrant, conspicuous uniforms to protective garments imbued with the muted hues of earth and foliage. From grass capes that replicate the tangled vegetation of the forest floor to modern camouflage patterns based on visual disruption, every human advancement is an attempt to replicate the lessons taught by nature millions of years ago. The journey through the world of wildlife ghosts has taken us from vibrant coral reefs in the depths to the eternal snows of mountain peaks. We have witnessed millions of years of evolution condensed into a single spot on a butterfly's wing, or the swift shift of an octopus's skin. Invisibility is not a mere trick of nature. It is an invisible thread keeping the natural world in perfect balance. In this realm, the predator and the prey share a never-ending dance of survival, where each side constantly pushes the other to perfect themselves day by day. Yet, this harmonious dance is facing unprecedented harsh challenges as the environment changes too rapidly. Masks honed over millions of years suddenly lose their purpose. An Arctic fox with its pure white coat becomes an exposed target when the snow melts too early, leaving bare dark rocks. An orchid mantis loses its hiding place as primary forests shrink. When a habitat disappears, we do not just lose a physical space. We lose some of nature's most perfect masterpieces of invisibility. Ultimately, the world of camouflage reminds us that the most wonderful and exquisite things on this planet are often hidden right before our eyes, waiting for a closer look. Conserving nature is not just about protecting the creatures we can see, but about preserving the invisible connections that silently sustain life. Let the masters of concealment continue their lives between shadow and light, so this earth always holds mysteries waiting to be discovered. For sometimes, the most important values are those that cannot be seen with the naked eye alone.